Hey, what's happening, YouTube? It's Christopher. I got a project. I got some boxes to unbox, and they are from the lovely company, Warmoth. So, I have decided to build the ultimate Telecaster. So, we're going to unbox this bad boy. This is the body. I have the neck right there. I've yet to see them. I've only seen the images that I was sent from the website. So let's get to it and see what's inside this bad boy. Now, I've always wanted to build a Telly. I've built a couple of Strats off of the Warmoth site, and their parts are top notch. The quality that you get from Warmoth is, in my experience, a little bit better than most places that I've ever ordered bodies and necks from. And there's been a couple of places that I've ordered from. And even in comparing to like fenders and Strats that you can get off the shelf, their parts tend to be a higher quality wood. The finishing is typically better. The fit and finish is amazing from Warmoth. So we got the packing slip. And then I've got right at the top here, I've got a custom pickguard right here. This is the cream color. Is going to go on that bad boy. Little disclaimer there, you can't return it once you've taken the plastic off. No shielding on the back of that. That's interesting. I've ordered pickguards from them before, and there's usually some shielding on the back. But that's okay. I have that stuff, so it's not a big deal. Oh, here's the body. Get some packing peanuts to make a mess with here. I'm just going to put the body on the floor for 1 second, because there should be some more parts. Yep, there it is. So the other parts I'm talking about is just screws and a neck plate, essentially. Oh, and my nut. So we'll see what this stuff looks like first. What condition they ship it to you in, that sort of fun stuff. So here we have the package for the hardware that I ordered with the stuff. It comes in another little baggie here. So, first up, we got a plain old chrome neck plate, which is my backup. I actually ordered a custom back plate for the guitar, which hasn't even shipped yet, so I'm a little bummed about that. There's a little string ferrules that are going to go in the back of the guitar because it's a string through. So the strings go into this and go up out of this hole into the body. Here's the neck screws. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's 2 long ones and 2 shorter ones. And that's because I got the contoured neck heel on this Telly. Some Pickguard screws. And what's really good to note is that these are not cheap screws. These are stainless steel screws, so they're not like a cast screw or like a cheaper zinc screw. They're actually stainless steel. Very nice. And then we got this bad guy. Now, it's a bit of an overkill to use this on a Telly that's a hardtail. If you don't know what this is a Fender LSR roller nut. And it's meant to allow your strings free movement over the nut. So when you're doing things like, whammy bar motions and stuff and the string goes back and forth, this thing is going to be flawless for that. But I don't have a trem on this guitar, so it's a little bit of an overkill. But I do a lot of bending, and when you bend a string, it's the same thing as using a whammy bar. It's going to go back and forth on the nut, and this will allow it to return to pitch without any issues. Also, those ball bearings that it rolls on the inside of that nut are stainless steel. So they're going to sound the same way that my frets do on my neck, because the neck that I ordered has stainless steel frets with it. There's 2 little screws that come with this and some shims so that you can get the action correct. Now these little screws require a certain drill bit, which I ordered. I have it here. I ordered this from drillbitsunlimited.com, and it's a number 051, I believe it was. A number 51, which is 0.067 inches in diameter. And according to the Fender instructions, it says that you must use that drill bit in particular. Otherwise, in a standard set, the next one closest to that size, without making the hole too large for the screw, is so small that when you're going into a hard wood like maple, which my neck is, you can snap the screw. So I ordered the correct drill bit size, so that won't be an issue, or shouldn't be an issue when I install it. I've not had that happen in the past, so should be good. And I'll probably do a video of me installing most of this stuff, which is pretty cool. That's going to be the project for this weekend. Today is Thursday, so let's see the body. So it comes wrapped nicely like this. Okay, so we'll just open this guy up, see what she do. This is going to be 5 minutes of watching a dude untape something. That's always fun. Now this is not my first time building a guitar, so I know what to expect when I go into it. I've already ordered all the parts and or tools that I will need to do the job. Yeah, and I'll post as much video as I can of the process, which will come up shortly after this video, because today is Thursday, and I'll be doing this over the weekend. Ooh, that is awesome. So here we have a Warmoth Telecaster body. It is a chambered swamp ash body. You can see the wood grain through the back here. That is swamp ash. That back is chambered. This is ridiculously light. The top is a quilted maple, and it's quite gorgeous, I have to say. And it's got some creature comforts. I opted for the arm contour, just like you get on a Stratocaster. That's one reason why I haven't played tellies too much in the past. Usually in my videos, I don't know if you can see it behind me, I'm not sure where it is in the frame, but there's a telly body hanging back there, and that's a cheap piece of crap that I got off of Rondo Music. That's pretty much unupgradable because of how it's routed. It's really stupid, but it's very old. I've had it for a long time. But this body, man, this thing is gorgeous. You get the little Warmoth neck pocket, and you can see here too that there's a contour to the heel, right? So to the high frets, to the high E side, you get a little dip. Makes it a little easier for you to get your hands up there and play on those higher frets. This thing is minty fresh. Holy smokes. Talk about beautiful. I am very pleased with this. Goodness. I bought, instead of using the foil shielding tape inside this cavity, I'm going to actually do the paint, the shielding paint. So I bought a bottle of the black shielding paint, and of course I'll mask this whole body off, and I'll end up shielding inside of all these cavities. One thing that's interesting that I don't see happening here is usually there's a little spot where you can run a wire to ground your bridge. That's going to be interesting to see if I need to do that. I may have to drill into this to get myself a ground out to my bridge. That's very strange. Oh, you know why? I don't need that on a telly because the bridge pickup is going to ground it. Or I can run a wire right up into the bridge from here in this cavity. Yeah, that's how I'll probably do it. But man, this is nice. The grain on this is super flamey. Now, though, I was going to special order all my parts to exactly what I wanted. But I didn't have to because they had exactly what I wanted in their showcase. I'm glad that I looked through their showcase because if you priced out this body through their builder on the website, you'll end up paying like $200 more for it than you would if you got it from the showcase. I don't know why that is. Probably because they got a special build in. I'm not really sure. But since this was already built and painted and all these specs were already in place, it cost me less, which is great. I like paying less for things. Just inspecting it as thoroughly as I can while on camera here to see if I can find any flaws, because if I can find them, I'm going to show them to you, just so you can see exactly the quality of a product that you get from Warmoth. And there ain't no flaws. This thing is freaking incredible. There's one little, almost imperceivable flaw right at the hole for this pickup. Right in front of my fingertip there. You're probably not going to see it. Nah, probably not. There's just the teeniest little scuff. A little teeny scuff in the clear coat. It's not a crack. It's just a little white scuff mark. That probably happened while they were packaging it up, probably. But other than that, man, is this nice. It's a really, really good weight. And I know you guys are like, okay, shut the hell up and show me what else you got there. And I will right now. So we're going to put this immaculate body aside. I just want to stare at it. It's one of those things that's like unbelievably good looking. Inside the body, in that pickup cavity, it says trans amber. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the finish on this, is trans amber. It's funny it says that because it's actually a honey burst. Oh, right above it, it says HB trans amber. So that's a honey burst trans amber. I get it. I am remarkably stupid. The top is a honey burst. The back is trans amber. Back and sides, I should say. Man. Okay. So this weighs 4.2 pounds. They put the weight right here in the neck pocket. That's pretty cool. So 4.2 pound body. Thing weighs like, it feels very light. Oh, that's sexy. God, I can't wait to put this thing together. Okay, over here you go. Next up, we got this neck. Now, what I opted for in the neck, I wanted to have something that didn't require a finish because I love the feel of a neck that does not have any finish on it. They usually play like butter, as we say in New England here. They play like butter. So, what I got was a roasted maple neck. Here it is, all mummified. See how she looks. On the website, this thing was like, oh my God. When I looked at it, it was a lot of money, but I couldn't resist it because of how amazing it looked. And I don't know if the grain is going to show up in person as much as it did on the site. I don't know if they use like a naphtha or some kind of oil or mineral oil to rub the neck down to make the grain pop for the pictures, which is quite possible. Oh, I don't know. This looks pretty close to what was on the website. So here's what you get right straight out. Oh my God. Whew, that is sexy. Let me take this rubber band off of here. I'll tell you the specs of this guy. So this is just a little word of caution here. Roasted maple neck, Built from the most stable woods available. No finish required. So they warranty this neck. Oh, that's the best. I didn't even need that drill bit. Warmoth drilled the holes for me. What a swell bunch of dudes they are over there. My goodness. Swell bunch of guys and gals, I should say, because I do know that they have a diverse staff. Now, what this neck is flamed roasted maple with a flamed roasted maple fretboard. I opted for stainless steel frets, and these fret sizes are 6105. So they're a little bit thinner and a little taller. They look amazing. I'm very happy to report that the edges of these frets feel pretty good. They do say that, they don't do fret leveling or any fret work on their stuff. They just kind of cut them and then they round off the edges a tiny bit so that there's no sharp edges. And there is no sharp edges on this. A little bit of debris. But boy, oh boy, does that look nice. Now, I've been toying with the idea of putting a true oil finish on this just to make this grain pop. So I don't know how much of that grain you can see in this camera here, but it is super duper flamey. That is one beautiful neck. Holy shnikes. That's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. I cannot wait to feel this thing in my hands when it's built up as a guitar. Man, that is so nice. But there's the back of the neck with the little Warmoth turtle. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, if I put a finish on this, all these little tiger stripes that are in the back of this neck are just they're gonna pop right out. If I do decide to do a true oil finish on this, I will document it with my camera here and show you guys how I did it. I've been watching videos on it over the last several days in anticipation of this stuff arriving. And it seems pretty simple. It's just a rub-on type of a finish that you do a coat, set it to dry for a couple of hours, and you do another coat, set it to dry for a little while again, and then you do a bunch of coats. You can do as many as you want, but for my intention, I think I would probably do about 3 to 5 coats, somewhere in that range, because all I really want the finish to do is make the grain pop out, which I think I might do that, because this is beautiful to look at, but I think with a little finish on that grain is going to be stupid. It's just going to be noticeable from a distance, So there's the neck. I am totally in awe with this stuff, and I'm rambling on at this point. Let me show you what else I'm going to be putting on this amazing guitar that I'm going to build here. That thing, oh man, that's sexy. So, bridge, right? I went Babbage. I think it's called Babbage. A lot of people say Babix, but I think this is Polish, maybe? And I think the CZ is actually like a CH when you say it. So I think it's Babbage. But I could be wrong. If you know for sure, let me know in the comments. But I got that guy. It's a full contact bridge. That's going to be super duper sexy once that's loaded up. That's the bridge I got. That's going to be going in there. These are amazing. I got from Graphtech. These are the ratio locking tuners. So 6 inline tuners. Now the way that these work is if you look here on the side, it tells you that you've got different size gear ratios inside each tuning peg. And the reason for that is that the core of the string, having different thicknesses, will change pitch at a different rate because of that thickness. So what they've done, quite geniusly, is they've changed the gear ratio of each individual one. So, string 1, which is your high E, is 12-1. The B string is 20-1. The G string is 35-1. the D string is 20 to 1, the A string is 24 to 1, and the low E string is 39 to 1. So each of these tuners, and the box they ship this in is like awesome. This box is super thick plastic. It's really hard. It's got friggin' hinges on it. It's an amazing box. I'm gonna keep this box to like keep picks in or something. It's an awesome little thing, or hardware. But these are beautiful little tuners. They got the locking gizmo on the back there. They got nice little tuning heads. They got the little double dot that's in them. I think that's kind of cool. They're staggered also, I should mention, so that the posts actually go from tall on the low side to a little bit shorter in the middle, and then shorter even at the high strings. And what that gives you the ability to do is not have to put a string tree on your neck, which is quite cool. So those are my tuners that are going to go in that gorgeous neck. After that, we got the pickups, which is kind of the reason I'm building this Strat. And what we've got here is the Fishman Fluence Greg Koch model. These are the Gristle-Tone Telecaster pickups, which are quite awesome. I've watched a bunch of videos on these. They sound incredible. They got a little boost action going when so you get two different types of tones. Inside here, we get the little diagram that shows you what you're getting. Get the Fishman notice. We get this, which is a lifesaver when you're building a guitar. These knobs I bought separately, and the switch tip you have to buy separately. They don't come with the knobs, and they don't come with the tip. They do come with the volume and the tone pot. Those are in there. You just need to put your own knobs on there. I opted for what are called cupcake knobs, so they kind of taper in a little bit, and it gives you a better grip against your finger, because it's lower on the bottom and it flanges out as it gets bigger, so it's a nice little grippy surface. I opted, instead of a Telecaster switch, I put a Strat switch on there because it gives you a little more room in between here. So when it's in the guitar, you can get at it pretty easily. It's one thing that I've always not really dug about a Telecaster is how close this is to your volume pickup, your volume knob rather. But I don't care. We'll see how it works. But anyway, that's the switching compartment. And in this compartment, you got a little battery, because these are active pickups. You have your switch that you're going to have to solder your pickups to. And then you have the electronics cavity that's underneath this. But it's all done. You know, I just got to solder a couple of little wires instead of running all the stuff and, you know, having to solder out all the grounds and all that stuff. I really only have to attach the pickups to this and to the output jack, and it's all done. So that's in the box. You also get the pickups, obviously. So you get your neck pickup, the wire all coiled up. It looks like it's probably a little bit short of a wire, but we'll see. So you get your standard telly looking neck pickup. And you get your bridge pickup, which is rather cool looking. It looks exactly like a standard telly without the, you know, the only exception is this little Fluence line that runs through it, which you do not see from any distance. This wire is remarkably short, which is maybe a good thing, because it's only got to go about 1.5 inches, so that's probably too long. Those are the pickups. You also get, and this is one of my favorite things about this set, being active, I don't need to change 9-volt batteries, because built in to this little switch, you can see right there, is a little tiny micro USB port that you can connect a cable to, and it'll charge the battery that's in here. It takes like an hour or something, 1.5 hours, and it lasts for 300 hours of playing time, which is incredible. So I'll only have to plug my guitar in once a month, really, if that, depending on how much I play. But in the back here, you got some more electronics that fit right in the hole of the Telecaster input jack hole. It's all wired up already, so I don't got to hook anything up to this. I just got to plug this in to this guy right here, and that's all hooked up. One other thing I forgot to mention, well, I did mention it, but I didn't show it to you, is that there's a button here that is kind of a boost when it's plugged in or pushed in. When it's out, you get your standard telly sound from what he calls a white guard telly, which is the earlier version. And then when you push that in, it's a bit of a dB boost. It gives you some more hair for more gainy tones. And they call that a blackguard telly sound, which I think is in the 60s. But that's what you get. And then you got your pickup mounting stuff, standard fare. They give you the charging cable, some extra wire. Awesome set. And it's kind of why I wanted to buy or build a telly, because Greg Koch is a monster player, and he's got amazing tone when he plays through his Telecasters, and I've always wanted to get that sound. So that kind of drove me towards building a telly. I've always loved Telecasters, but I hate single coil hum, as I'm sure you've seen in some of my other videos. I can't stand it. So these are completely noiseless. I can't wait to put this thing together. I'm super excited. This video is way longer than I wanted it to be, but I tend to babble a bit. I did buy some string trees. I bought some traditional style string trees just in case the staggered tuners don't stagger quite enough. I bought those just in case. I bought, instead of going for locking strap locks, I went with the Goto oversized strap buttons. And once I put those on and I put my strap on, over the top of those will go these. This is probably my favorite product in the world. These work so damn good. You just put your strap on your guitar, and then once your guitar strap's on, you put this over the strap underneath the button, and it holds your strap. It locks it right in. Like, you can put a lot of weird movement into your strap, and these things will not let your guitar go. You really, really, really have to tug to get these to come off. And if you're not doing gymnastics on stage with your guitar, which if you are, what the hell are you doing? But this is plenty. And they cost $3. So instead of spending $20 on a set of strap locks, $3, dude. And they work brilliantly. So yeah, highly recommend that product. And that's it. That's everything that's going in the guitar. That's all it takes, man. Once I get this all together, I'll show you guys. Well, I think I'm going to do a little series videos on my build. Just to show you me installing all the different components and how it's done. One of the things that's going to be fun is on these tuners, they have little dimples in the back. It's a 2-pin dimple, which you can see there. You see those two little guys that stick out? So I have to drill in this neck. I have to drill little holes for those guys to sit into. Right? You see that? So I got to drill the two little holes, which, you know, it's less than 1/8 of an inch deep. So it takes a little bit of care to do it correctly. It takes a lot of measuring. So, yeah, I'll probably show you guys how I'm doing that once I start doing it. So that's it for today, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'm super excited about getting this thing put together. I'm like a little kid on Christmas today, so I'm pretty stoked. Watch out for the next video. The next one will probably be oriented towards what I'm doing with the body or the neck, with installation process and maybe shielding. And if I do the finishing, I'll definitely document that too. I might not. I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence with it. I'm also very impatient, so I don't know if I have the patience that's required. I might put it together without a finish, and then later, once I've grown accustomed to it and I've had some time to play, I'll maybe pop the neck off and do the finish then. yeah, we'll see. So look forward to the next video. I look forward to showing you what I'm doing with this guy. And God, I can't wait to get this going. So till the next video, thanks for watching, YouTube. Be cool. I'll talk to you later. Peace.